Hitman, the newest Netflix film. Let's talk about it.
We'll see.
Oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
So Hitman is the newest comedy film that has hit Netflix for you guys to go and check out right now. It stars Glen Powell. And look, so straight off the bat, if you're looking for a Hitman movie that is action, this is definitely not the movie for you, because this is not an action movie. This is a comedy movie. And I'm going to start off by saying this. I have liked Glen Powell. I really do. And especially when he was in Top Gun Maverick, I thought he was fantastic. So he instantly came on my radar after that. And I've been impressed with what he's done lately. But this movie, Hitman, showcases the range that this guy has and what he is actually able to do. Because, basically the whole idea of this movie is he's a person who's undercover, who goes and portrays a hitman to get people to basically sign their sentencing to jail, because they're offering their services, money and that, to kill people. So he wants to, portray that, basically almost entrap them into that, and then they get sent away. So he's got to play, he takes his job very seriously, where he gets to the point where he starts creating characters that fits these different personalities to fit whoever he's going to meet. And when you see that, you just see the range that Glen Powell has, and just the quirkiness of the characters of each of them. Obviously we have the Ron personality, which feels more like the Glen Powell that we know. Then we have the teacher version of Glen Powell, where he's a bit more nerdy, geeky sort of thing. Then you have an array of different type of people that he pulls off. And he is so good in this movie. Glen Powell puts this movie on his shoulders and carries it, man. He is hilarious with his line delivery, with the comedic timing. He was just absolutely brilliant. And now, after seeing his performance here, I really want to see him go in and do those, deeper, more depth films now. I would love to see him in those type of movies where, we see him in those award style art films where he really showcases how good he is as an actor, because this movie showed you just little snippets of what he is capable of, and I want to see him in a full scale film where he is just absolutely going for that Oscar. And I'm really excited to see where Glen Powell goes now, because he's superb in this movie. As for the movie itself, it is hilarious. It is so much fun. Look, Netflix always does this, man. They always do. They drop 500 stinkers in a row, and you're kind of like, what's the point of having Netflix? They just keep dropping stinkers and stinkers. The other movie with Jennifer Lawrence, Jennifer Lopez. That movie, Atlas or whatever it's called. Yeah, bro, they dropped that movie. And you're sitting there to yourself bro, how do you make that stinker? And then you come out with this banger called Hitman that is just so good, so much fun. Dude, the story itself and the way that they deal with the characters, the character himself, Gary, is just, there's so many layers to him. The way that they tie Gary's character into his teaching job and what he teaches, and self-identity, how he, creating these different identities and then bringing them in to create one identity, to create who you are, I thought was just fantastic, man. That's such a smart idea to do, and they executed it so well in this movie. I just don't understand with Netflix. I really don't understand how they come out with the shit that they come out with, and then they put out a possible, 8 to 9 out of 10 movie like The Hitman. I don't know. The supporting cast is great. The man that plays, I believe his name's Austin. He plays Dwight in The Walking Dead. Dude, Austin in this movie, I want to see him in more things, because he kills it in this movie. So he plays a character that works with Gary, but there's a whole thing with his character that happens, and just his performance is great. His performance is really good, and the way that he bounces off Glen Powell is brilliant. I want to see more of Austin in movies. I want to see more of it, because this just showcased how good he is, and his character was so much fun. Especially when you get into the third act. When you get into the third act of this film, his character becomes very prominent in this movie, and it puts you in a situation where you're like, okay, so what's going to happen here? How's all this going to unfold? Who's going to do what? What's going to trigger what? So I really like that character. And then you have, you know, the character in here that causes all the drama. You know, I believe her name is Melissa. She's great as well. And look there, dude, I'm telling you right now, there's some scenes in here that you're just kind of like, you walk in the house and you're kind of like, okay, I see what you're doing. I'd be Ron too if that was happening. I would be Ron too. But she was great as well. And I love that character and the connection that she had with Ron, aka Gary. I love their relationship and the character and what happened there. I love also how this is supposed to be based on a true story. And when you get to the end credits, they talk about the murder part and stuff. And they're like, we made that up. That was hilarious. But that whole triangle and everything that happened with it, I thought was great. The cinematography is fantastic as well. I think this is beautifully shot. Then you have the score is great as well. The writing is so good. I really enjoyed the writing and just, oh man. Netflix. Yo, Netflix. I would rather you not greenlight 500 projects a year and turn out 499 pieces of shit and then give me one good one. I would rather you just cut that back down. Focus all your time and money on making great movies like The Hitman. This movie should have been out in theaters for everyone. This should have been out. You should have been promoting this out in theaters for everyone to go and see. It's that type of movie. And I feel like Glen Powell, like, especially after the rom-com that he just had with Sydney Sweeney, Anyone But You, and then obviously Top Gun Maverick, and now he's got Twister coming out as well. Twister's coming out. I feel like he's starting to generate, you know, people want to go see Glen Powell. So I feel like this was a major missed opportunity for Netflix to put it out in all theaters for everyone to see. And when you have a movie like this, bruh, this is the movie that you should be promoting. This is the movie that you should be putting out. Because this is the banger that you created. You know, I just don't understand why they do this to themselves. It's frustrating. But, look, man, if you guys have not seen Hitman, go and watch it. It's hilarious. The comedy is so good. There are so many great lines. The line delivery is fantastic. Just everything about it. Glen Powell's performance is unbelievably great. You know, just this is Netflix at its best. This is Netflix actually delivering what they promised. Quality right here at the Hitman. So go and check it out if you haven't seen it. If you have seen it, let me know in the comment section below. What did you guys all think of the Hitman? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you not? Let me know what you think of Glen Powell's performance. Does this make you want to go and watch more of his films now with the range that he was able to do? He sort of strikes me as like a Chris Hemsworth sort of person where people see him and they go, oh, he's just, you know, Thor. He's just comedy and stuff like that. And I feel like maybe Glen Powell, some people think like that. But then you see those movies where they play a character and you're like, oh, wait a second. This guy's got range. I feel like Glen Powell's now in that situation where people are going to be like, this guy has got a lot of range. I need to see more of it now. So let me know your thoughts. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.